return home can be what they need. Alongside Greg Olson, I'm Mike Tirico. The kicker has us set for the start. Off we go from the Steel City. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Miami offense will make their way onto the field. They'll be led out by the quarterback now in his 4th NFL campaign.
So you take a look at last week's game, Mike, and you certainly wouldn't say that he played poorly. I mean, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. That's a clean slate. But when you talk to his coaches, they said they haven't seen him this motivated to bounce back after a loss in his entire career. So he's had a great week of practice. He's really challenging the guys around him to elevate their standard. And if it's any indication of how today is going to go, I think we're in for a treat.
And he's hit behind the line of scrimmage and taken down right away. A loss of yards. What a message on the first play.
Like, this defense talked all week about the importance of coming out fast and starting this game the right way. And it's less about the loss of yards there on that first play and more about just setting the tone. Hey, we're going to be here all day. We're bringing it.
Devon Achane. He's inside the 30. And he's going to take this all the way to the house. 74 yards. Touchdown, Miami. Well, fireworks right out of the gate here, Greg. It only takes 2 plays to put 6 on the board, and they do it with a big touchdown.
Mike, each week when we talk to teams, they emphasize how important it is to get off to a fast start. Well, this team, they took it to a new level. Second play of the game, big touchdown, they strike first.
After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. This one taken at the 7. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. The Steeler offense ready to take the field for the first time. They'll be led out by the young man in his 2nd season in the NFL.
In last week's game, the opponent just really neutralized him and, frankly, this entire passing game. Nobody was open. When they were, he missed some throws. Offensive line had some protection issues. It just overall was a poor performance. So they understand if they're going to come into today's game and have some success, they've got to find a way to get some explosive production and some efficiency out of this passing game.
So after the loss on first, here's 2nd and 14.
Come on, ready.
He'll drop to throw. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
3rd and long obviously isn't an ideal situation to be in offensively. It makes you very predictable, which then places a ton of stress on your offensive line and your quarterback. So they've got to start being more productive in these early downs and set themselves up for more success come 3rd down.
It'll gain some yardage here, but that is not nearly enough for the first down. It's going to bring up 4th down. They do indeed snap as they'll try and throw. And he's going to have the Steelers first down. As that'll be a gain of 15 on 4th down.
Well, you can see the entire sideline and, frankly, the entire fan base kind of holding their breath. That decision on your own side of midfield to go for it on 4th down, had they not gotten it, it's a tough position to put your defense in, but that's a conversation for another day. The offense is going to stay on the field for the conversion, and now they got to see, can they take advantage of that aggressive play call and finish this drive for the points? I'm not sure if there's anything more enjoyable for a football player than playing a game in the snow. And something for us to keep in mind throughout the rest of the day is typically the advantage is in the favor of the offense. You know where you're going. You know where the cuts are going to come. The defense has to react to you. Can they find a way to take advantage?
And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot. Here's 3rd and 2.
60 Vikings, 60 Vikings. Reno, Bronco switch, 70 Timberwolves. Ready.
They'll try to run for it with Johnson. And he's going to be knocked down hard in the backfield. Loss on the play, and it's going to bring up 4th down. What a hit.
And I think what they're counting on there, Mike, is that the defense expects the ball to be run inside the tackles, thinking on 3rd and short, just go get the first down. Try to catch them off guard with the toss play, but the defense was all over it. Great speed and pursuit to the ball, and they're able to take the ball carrier down for a loss.
Early big play here. They're going to go for it on 4th down. They will indeed go as they look to throw. That's incomplete. Daring ball on 4th down. Does not work out. And it results in a turnover on down.
So the message this coach is sending to his huddle is very clear. It's, hey guys, I got all the confidence in the world. We're going to be aggressive all day. We're not afraid to fail. We are going to try to score on every possession. And as a player, you can't help but love it.
They'll run this one straight ahead with A-check. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd down and 9. Now, faking the give. And that ball in and out of his hands. It is incomplete. I might tell you after the game, he should have come up with that one. He does it, and now 3rd down comes up.
Come on.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
Quarterback sack. A loss of 4 yards. 3 and out.
Punt team comes out. Dolphins going to kick it away. And this is going to set up a long field ahead. Backed up as it is touchdown inside the 10. The Steelers offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And he's given defenses across the league a lot to think about when they try to game plan for him. Consider he's currently 2nd in the NFL in quarterback rushing yards. He's able to fight through 1 tackle here and pick up about 3. 2nd down coming up.
At the 10-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Got it. Ready? Ready.
A handoff as they try to run it here. And he's going to pick up a 1st down. Nice run to the 18-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen. And not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2. But it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor. And you can generate those big explosive plays on the ground. Man, it makes such a big difference for the offense. These negative runs, they just make everything for the play caller that much more difficult, Mike. So they've got to find a way to be more efficient on these early downs, meaning 1st and 2nd down. Because if not, you find yourself the entire game in 3rd and pass, and that's what every single defense in the league is trying to do.
And mark him down up beyond the 30. Give him 14 on that one. Good for a Steeler 1st down.
Nice job by them getting the back to the perimeter. Then he's able to get outside, stick his foot in the ground, and then get vertical. Right down the numbers. Those are the type of runs this offense wants to see more of going forward.
So after 1, it's the Dolphins with the early lead. And we're back to the Steel City after this. The Steelers with the football to begin the 2nd quarter as they've got it with 1st and 10.
Let's go. 70.
They'll stay on the ground. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of of scrimmage, nothing more.
All the qualities that make a good safety are seen on display on this play. Speed, pursuit, and then the intensity and the strength at the point of contact for the tackle to keep this ball carrier to no gain. That is a complete safety play.
We'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
He's going to have the first down, so they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
And this is where the speed of your inside receivers are so critical. He lines up in the right slot. But, Mike, look how far he covers to where he ended up receiving that ball. You can't have all day. Those defensive linemen, they are coming after your quarterback. So the speed in the slot is critical. That's a great example why.
And he'll try to drive forward. Not a bad gain in these conditions. We'll give him about 5 yards.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd down and 5.
Hey, check that. Check that. Ready?
Here's a toss as they look to run, and he's not going to get away. They're going to bring him down on the other side of midfield.
So much of what makes a toss play so good is it allows you to get the ball on the perimeter of the defense really quickly, and it doesn't stress all of your backside blocking. But on the downside, it does get your running back running east and west. They're running sideways for the first couple steps, and with a defense that can run to the ball, we're able to get you down for a loss.
That pass play good for 22. That's a Steeler first down.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
They'll turn and hand this one off. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Drops for the loss of a yard.
It's a loss of a yard.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage of the game.
Trying to get it to Dalton Kincaid there. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
What did he tell us in our production meeting this week, Mike? He takes such great pride in his coverage abilities, and after that play, it's pretty clear why.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. That's over the middle and intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to get the football here at their own 38-yard line.
I know it doesn't seem like a ton of yards on top of that pick, but that was really well done. I mean, it's just going to make life so much easier now as the offense takes the field, trying to capitalize off of that turnover.
Can he get away? No! He's going to be taken down behind the line.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
Rush to his left.
You know, Mike, nice job here by the quarterback, just understanding on these early downs, you just don't want to go backwards. So he's able to avoid the negative play, pick up a little bit, and mostly avoid the sack.
3rd and 11.
Here we go. Set.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. Oh, and that throw not able to be pulled in. It's incomplete. Looked like he may have got a little ahead of himself there. And it's going to bring up 4th down. On comes the punter now, as he's on to punt for the 2nd straight drive. And he's going to be taken down as we hit the 2-minute warning here in this first half.
Here we go. Blocking 8.
Drive will start on the ground. Able to make one man miss, but that's all. They get him. Take him down behind the line.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Back to throw. That one intercepted. Picked off by Ennis Riekstrom. And he's going to be taken down, but it's a quick change situation. He has set his offense up with first and goal.
Well, Mike, once again, this drive, it ends the same way their last one did, walking off the field, following an interception. Now, you're hoping this is more momentary struggle than it is a trend, but as hard as it is to do, they need to get calmed down. They need to reset because their offense cannot.
And he'll take it on in. Jake Okonkwo. Touchdown, Miami. It's his third touchdown catch this year. So the turnover turns into a quick touchdown, and Greg, that's exactly how you want your offense to take care of business.
Anytime your defense can create those sudden change situations, Mike, absolutely, you have to take advantage of it. 1 second, you're sitting on the bench going over your next drive. All of a sudden, after that turnover, you've got to be able to get out on the field and go. Take advantage of the short field and results in a nice touchdown.
After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. Now, Watkins on the return. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Steelers' offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And he's been a workhorse in the backfield this season, right there amongst the league leaders in rushing late in the campaign.
Okay, break. Ready? 18, Rattler, 8, hot, step,
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And the ball out of the reach of the receiver. Falls incomplete. Now after the play, he'll stop it. We have an injured Dolphin. Halftime is looming, so the athletic training staff going to get a chance to look him over during the break.
Come on.
Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. And this will be incomplete.
So at this stage of the game, Mike, that whole sideline, they're looking up at that scoreboard. They see the donut up there, and they're saying, we've got to get something going. You become a little desperate. You start pressing. In this case, they try to push something downfield. Deep pass, incomplete. You got to find a way to generate possessions while still searching for these big plays. And that's what you call a wasted series. They come out here and they decide, we're just going to air it out. First, second, third down. All 3 incompletions. And now brings up 4th down. And barring some crazy decision here to keep your offense on the field, you're going to find yourself right back on the sideline.
That is caught by Washington. And he's going to have the Steelers first down. They come up with a big one there to keep the drive moving and then some.
Steelers first down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Back to the air one more time. He gets this to the tight end, Dalton Kincaid. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
2 more yards.
That pass play good for 22. Good for a Steeler first down.
10 at the 21-yard line.
Ready?
Here's a run, going left. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1. The Steelers going to use one of their timeouts. Clock will stop with 34 seconds to go until the break. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12.
Ready?
Now they'll set up to throw. That one out in front of his big target. They cannot connect. And it falls incomplete.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle.
And he will score! Dalton Kincaid, touchdown Steelers. That's the 5th touchdown for him on the year.
We used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. Now return coming from the 7. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The Dolphins offense going to get it one final time in this first half. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very stout there. That's going to bring us 2nd down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game. Like, we just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
And he'll pick up 2 out to the 27. Now Pittsburgh will bang a timeout here. That's their 2nd. And it'll come with 15 seconds to play in this first half. Third, they need 8. Once again, they keep it on the ground. He's looking for room on the edge, but could not find any. They track him down behind the line, and it's 4th down. And now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Here's the punter now, as he's on to punt for Miami. This returnable from inside his own 40. And he'll get a few yards back here on the return before being forced out of bounds.
Let's go next.
Back to throw here to begin the drive. He's going to air one out for Metcalf. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone. Scott Hansen in Orlando, where I promise you the weather is much nicer than what we've been watching. But who doesn't love a snow globe game? And the meteorologists tell us we're in for more of it in the second half. So time now to get back out and join our broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Okay, Scott, thanks. And you see it there. Whiteout conditions remain in effect as we are back for the second half. Now, here comes a return from the 9. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The Steelers offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down.
Here we go. Here we go.
Here's a run to begin this third quarter. And their woes in the running game continue. He's going to be taken down behind the line. Now, after the play, he'll stop it. We have an injured Dolphin. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside.
Ready.
He'll look to throw. Quick throw, taken in. He works free, right side. And he will go all the way. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A terrific job all the way around, especially after the catch, Greg, to take it to the end zone for a touchdown.
I'm just so impressed by the acceleration of this receiver, Mike. He catches what is a short pass, and he's able to turn it up the field and take it all the way for 6. That is an impressive play right after the catch.
Extra point attempt to come here. And this one is no good. He missed the extra point in this tight game. Boy, that could come to be a big factor as this second half rolls along. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Dolphins offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. Their lead is just a point as they begin it on this drive with 1st and 10.
Get it.
Bill looks to throw. Oh, a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass he say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up 2nd down. Throwing now from the gun. And is caught aside by Waddle. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. It's 3rd and 4.
Here we go.
They'll throw out of the gun. The pressure gets there, and down he goes.
When you can win so fast as an edge rusher, you put so much pressure on the quarterback to speed everything up. He can sense that pressure coming either from his front or back side. It either speeds up and leads to an errant throw, or in this case, it leads to a sack.
Punt team headed out for the Dolphins as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And he looks up, he's taken down right away. Maybe fortunate just to hold on to the ball as he was tackled immediately after hauling that one in. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
When you look throughout this game, Mike, I don't think there's even a debate. This defensive line has clearly won the battle at the line of scrimmage over this offensive line. And for an offense that wants the run game to be such a push.
The pressure, too much, and he goes down. The former Nittany Lion, Chop Robinson, into double figures now. That is sack number 10 on the year. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long.
Let's go. Ready.
This defense hitting their ears back, coming to get him again.
Come back team. Come back team.
It's 4th down.
Out of the gun, he'll throw, and that is not going to work. It is incomplete. They go for it on 4th and wind up turning it over on down. The Dolphins offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They've got the lead, and they'll set forth trying to build on it. They're going to do that with excellent field position. Here's a give to H.N. Finding space at the 15. And they finally get him down, but not before he brings it to the 4-yard line.
Hey,
Now it is 1st and goal.
1st and goal, Miami.
That's hauled in at the 2. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag back in the backfield. Is it a hold, or did they rough the quarterback?
Automatic first down.
What a critical flag. Roughing the passer, it sets up first and goal. HN will take this in for a Dolphins touchdown. Greg, they take advantage of the good field position and move it downfield for the score.
When you take the field as an offense, there's a little added confidence boost, Mike, when you see yourself this close to the end zone. You get into the huddle, you're anxious to see what the next couple plays are. You're able to take advantage and end up punching it in.
After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. Now, Watkins on the return. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. Steelers offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now, they're trying to keep it going. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10.
No, Jeanette. 60. Ready.
On the toss, they'll run. Up the sideline to the 40. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. A big play and a much-needed one as well. 31 yards.
Here we go, Scott. Let's go.
To the ground, a 1st down run. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
That's a heck of a stop there defensively, Mike. 2nd and inches, you're thinking the 1st down is pretty much a formality. But not for this defense. They pack it in tight. They sell out on the run. And they're going to force this team to snap it again on 3rd down.
Oh, the defense beats him in the backfield. They stopped him dead in his tracks and set up 4th down. Now the Dolphins going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll discuss what's to come as 4th down is looming.
On the jump. Rocco leading. Step it in. Bring it. Step.
They'll go. It's Johnson. 1st down and more inside the 25. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers.
It's not often in the NFL like that we see a run play result in a touchdown of this length. A lot of things have to go right. The right look by the defense, executed by the offensive line and all of your blockers. And then sometimes it's just, I got a better guy with the ball in my hand than you do on defense. And I think all of those things here were at play and results in a big touchdown.
And even though it's just the 3rd quarter, we'll try to draw even right here and go for 2.
The Steelers
60 even. 60. Back to 60. Back to 60.
Now after the play, they'll stop it. We have an injured Dolphin. The training staff going to look, and we'll step out for a moment. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. Devon Achad ready to take the field with the rest of his Miami offensive teammates. The lead is 2, and they're going to try to make something happen here, starting with a 1st and 10.
Hold it ready. Come on, come on. Hey.
This one is caught by Hollywood Brown. Inside the 30. And he's going to be brought down inside the 15. So a big one there to start the drive. 61 yards.
Here we go. Hawk 70. Hawk, ready.
In motion, it's Waddle.
First down, Miami.
On the handoff, this is H.A. I don't think that was going too far either way. Defense right on it. They hold him to no gain.
Great job here by the defense, making sure that they have one defender responsible for the running back and one responsible for the quarterback. In this case, they decide to give it to the back. He's taken down for a loss.
That's to the end zone, but they cannot connect. It's incomplete.
You have to come down with those opportunities. You're not going to get your hands on the ball very often as a defensive player. And when you do, let alone in the end zone, those are plays you just have to make.
Ready.
On 3rd down, they'll throw from the gun. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there, make things difficult defensively. It sets up 4th down.
And on 3rd down, what they're trying to do, Mike, is just get the ball out of his hands quickly and into the hands of one of his playmakers, but he just doesn't focus through the catch. Lapse of concentration, ends up in a drop, and falls incomplete.
McPherson's kick is good. And the Dolphins add on to their lead.
I think apart from the wind, when you talk about kicking in the elements, Mike, I think the snow has to be the kicker's worst nightmare. It's just so hard to have the confidence that when you stick that plant foot, it's not going to give way. So give credit. That was really well done.
This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10.
Go. Ready.
Here's a toss, right side. Room to run at the 35. Still going. An electrifying run, bringing it all the way inside the 15-yard line.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
So back and forth they go as we are through 3. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. They can still get a 1st down at the 1. 1st and 10, they go from the 11. 4th quarter begins on the ground. And he'll find some way to turn this into positive yards, struggling forward for a pickup of about 2.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
They'll go again with Johnson. It'll take this ahead for a gain of about 5, and here comes 3rd down.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. Ready. Check, check. Liking 18. Go.
They'll try to run with Johnson. And he will take this one across into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. That's a 2-touchdown game for him. Numbers 7 and 8 for the season. What a game this has been. Back and forth we go, and that 4th quarter score changes the lead one more time.
We've seen the lead go back and forth, Mike, and now the question is, can they get a stop? Can they find a way defensively to hang on to this lead and get themselves this big win?
The important one here now for the Steelers. They're going to try to go for the two-point conversion.
The Steelers will line up for the two-point conversion.
That's going to be caught. They get the 2 points. Man, this could turn out to be important. The lead goes to 3 here in the fourth quarter.
Mike, I think all of us can remember exactly where we were during a certain Super Bowl where throwing the ball this close to the goal line ended up being a disaster. But unlike that time, they ran this pass play to perfection, and the result, 2 points.
So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown, trying to kick it back the other way. This taken at the 5. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Dolphins offense back onto the field for their next possession. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
To the outside, catch made by Brown. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
Second and 4 at the 34-yard line.
They'll run for the first time with their fullback. And he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now, it's 3rd down. In motion, it's Jefferson. He'll try and run it here. It's Achane. And he's going to be knocked down hard in the backfield. Loss on the play, and it's going to bring up 4th down. What a hit.
This is one of those down and distances where the offense really could either run or pass, but give credit to the defense. They sold out to stop the run, and boy, were they right. They take them down for a loss.
Lose yardage on this return. Tried to retreat, but is covered up. The Steelers offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the fourth quarter.
Bronco switch. Ready? Switch.
A handoff as they try to run it here. Oh, he takes a really good lick at the backfield. They were all over him defensively for that run.
At this stage in the fourth quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
This one complete to Washington. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 40-yard line. Now it appears we've got a Steeler injured on that play. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10.
Come on. Ready?
Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And he'll be brought down at the, well, your guess is as good as mine. Why don't we just say he gained about 3 yards. From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 7.
Let's go.
Back to the ground. He'll get it again. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up 3rd down.
He does a nice job coming coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment. Keeps this to a modest gain at best.
He'll throw here on third. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down. Now Miami going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll discuss what's to come as fourth down's looming. Shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. That's going to be caught. And he's going to have the Steelers first down by a good couple of yards. They will indeed get the conversion on 4th and 10.
Here we go, Scott.
There. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
We've seen this back have his way with this defense all game long, Mike. He's up over 100 yards for the game, but this time the defense said, we've had enough. They sold out to stop him. They hold him to no gain.
So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. 2nd and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
They'll drop to throw. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. Oh, the pressure too much. He goes down.
I see a lot of tired legs out there on both sides of the field, Mike. Looks like this pass rush has found a little bit of a second wind. They come away with a big-time sack, and it brings up 4th down.
Steelers getting ready to put this one away as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. Ball security a must in these conditions. Fair catch called for and taken without issue. Out comes Miami and the offense to get started on their next drive. They'll do so with 1st and 10.
Ready? Get it.
Into the familiar hands of Justin Jefferson. And they're going to mark him down right at the 30-yard line.
A gain of 12 yards. And the Dolphins first down.
Ready?
To the air now on 1st and 10. The left side, it's caught by Brown. And he's going to be close to another first down as he's forced out just shy of the marker.
As the saying goes, Mike, you need your big-time players to make big-time plays, and the moment doesn't get bigger than this. Find yourself down. A touchdown gives you a chance to win this thing in regulation, and I think they got a shot.
And he's got it. First down. A pickup of 4. Now, after the play, he'll stop it. We have an injured Dolphin. That is a worrisome development here late in the game. Final minute, no timeouts at their disposal. It's 1st and 10. A-chain. That'll be brought down at the... Your catch is as good as mine. Why don't we just say he gained about 3 yards?
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. To the outside, he's got Waddle. And he's out of bounds with the 1st down. So they get a new set of downs. And just as importantly, stop the clock.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming out.
A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down.
A great pass rush is like a closer in baseball. When you bring them into the game, it's all but over. That's exactly the case here. It doesn't result necessarily in a sack, but it was the hit that altered the throw just enough to end that play before it started.
And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. He didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up 3rd down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
There's no need to do anything reckless. It's 3rd and long. The opportunity to convert this is probably slim, so there was nothing open downfield. I think he makes the smart decision here, Mike. Avoid the negative play and throw the ball away.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. He'll take a shot here, back of the end zone. And that is incomplete. They had their chance and took it. They're trailing late. Got to let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on down.
It all came down to that play. The offense finds themselves trailing, all out of their timeouts. The defense knew they were one stop away from ending this game, and they came up big when their team needed it.
And he'll be brought down there, and that'll put a wrap on this one. Time has expired in this 4th quarter. So this one, in the win column for the Steelers. It was a game that delivered more points than most people would have expected with the snow falling at kickoff. Entertaining game for all involved as they'll head back to the locker room to warm up with a victory in their back pocket. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olsen and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say so long, everyone.